The poorest countries in Europe. Europe is a beautiful continent, a paradise, and a blessing for the whole Earth. The second smallest continent has some of the top richest countries in the world. It is a land of strict economy where no chances are taken to ensure the welfare of the Europeans living in their lands. Nevertheless, there are very poor countries also in Europe. Here is a list of the 8 poorest countries in Europe. Number 1. Moldova. Even before the collapse of the Soviet Union, the territory occupying present Moldova did not fare as good as the rest of that republic. And since the republics went their separate ways in 1991, Moldovans are yet to get their acts together politically and economically. That is why the country is the poorest in Europe. Moldova is faced with acute food insecurity, lack of industrialization, and errors in economic and social policies. Though it is making serious efforts to progress, Moldova is among the top poorest countries on Earth. GDP per capita, $2,289. Number 2. Ukraine. The beautiful land of Ukraine, having the second largest economy in the former USSR, does not have the best of luck. The collapse of the USSR posed serious difficulty for Ukraine in a bid to move the otherwise robust economy to a market economy. Partly due to Russia's aggression, which results in illegal occupation of Crimea and weak infrastructure, the country lists among the poorest countries in Europe. GDP per capita, $2,639. Number 3. Kosovo. This southern European country was a province of Serbia until 2008 when it declared itself independent. However, it has not gained its freedom from poverty as some 30% of Kosovo's population, about 550,000 people, still live in poverty, with income less than €500 a month. Also, the unemployment rate is high, leaving 34.8% of Kosovans unemployed. Thus, Kosovo is one of the poorest countries in Europe. GDP per capita, $3,893. Number 4. Albania. Albania is one of the poorest countries ranked by GDP. Shifting from a socialist to a capitalist market economy after 1990 is making a positive impact on the economy as Albania is now able to make better use of its natural resources, such as oil and gas, and minerals such as coal, iron, and limestone. After the disintegration of the USSR in the 1990s, Albania shifted from a socialist economy to a capitalist market economy. Although it is the 4th poorest country in Europe, its economy is constantly improving, largely due to its rich natural resources, such as oil, natural gas, and minerals including iron, coal, and limestone. GDP per capita, $4,537. Number 5. Bosnia and Herzegovina. Bosnia and Herzegovina was plunged into poverty by the deadly war that occurred from 1992 to 1995. The country was considered a middle-income economy before the ethnic cleansing, but after that conflict, it ranks among the poorest countries in Europe. 25 years later, the country has not bounced back as the majority of the work-class men were lost to the war. Women who normally occupy a small percentage of workforce and are less paid are now the breadwinners in 25% of the homes in this poor country. GDP per capita, $5,674. Number 6. North Macedonia. North Macedonia, a former region of Yugoslavia that gained independence in 1991, is the 6th poorest European country. Even though it has transformed its economy gradually and made it predominantly trade-based with trade accounting for 90% of the GDP, the unemployment rate was once as high as 38.7%. Even with successful government policies, the unemployment rate is still uncomfortably high at about 16.6%. GDP per capita, $5,442. Number 7. Serbia. Serbia should not have been in any list of poor nations if it had sustained the 8 years economic growth it experienced from 2000 to 2008. But the country was badly hit by the 2008 recession. The economic growth rate plummeted to -3% in 2009. The public debt rose to double. That 2009 recession returned Serbia to the rank of the poorest countries in Europe, and the country has not been able to move out. Natural disasters such as earthquakes and floods have continued to set Serbia back economically. The result is that 25% of Serbians are impoverished. GDP per capita is $5,900. Number 8. Belarus. The collapse of the USSR dealt a deadly blow on Belarus, also as a part of the republics. Belarus could boast of a very strong economy in the USSR, and the people of the province were enjoying one of the highest standards of living before the disintegration. Following the disintegration, the Belarus economy took a steady downward turn until 1996, when it experienced a slight improvement. Even then, Belarus remains one of the poorest countries in Europe, no thanks to the global recession that grounded many economies without a strong foundation. GDP per capita, $6,283. What are the poorest countries in Europe doing about it? Many of them, as you can see, suffer an economic setback because of the disintegration of the USSR. They are now at the mercy of the EU. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe, comment, and turn on the notification bell.